Lesson learned. We're being flexible. We are not allowing limitations that we set to stop us. We're knocking those away. Pew! Bye. We're moving forward and we're taking messy action. And not like a hot mess action, like don't give a fuck. More like we're not aiming for perfection. We are moving. We're moving instead of staying stagnant and still, which is where thoughts of perfection keep me. Progress, not perfection. Well, hello and welcome to my transmission. My name is Lacey. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3. I have 2 older children who are in 5th and 7th grade, and my youngest is about to turn 2. It's been over a year since I posted a video or did any kind of talking to the camera for other people besides just me. And yeah, a lot has happened in the past year plus. It's been more than a year and a half. And I feel it's time to get back on track and to start documenting again like I've really been wanting to, and just sharing what's going on in my life and how I'm moving forward. So I originally recorded this yesterday on my really nice fancy camera that I finally pulled out and used after I charged it up and made sure everything was ready, completely forgetting that I lent my computer, my laptop, to my husband while he is traveling this week. And I have no way of getting the information off of the SD card and onto my phone or my account where I need it. So here we are doing this again today. I will show you the lovely decorations I've put up around my house because yes, it's September, but we are already decked out for Halloween. Happy Halloween. And yeah, just kind of share what I've been getting into and what's going on. Well, now that I've spent a few minutes tidying up, actually I've been doing a really good job of keeping up with the just overall cleanliness of the house and managing and maintaining. Honestly, when my mother was living here with us, we constantly kept the floor clean. Like that was one of the musts because we did not want to have any kind of tripping hazards or anything like that, or cause her any concern or anxiety about walking around the house. So since it already became a habit, it's actually been a really easy habit to keep up with. Is just keeping the floor clear, which sounds really simple, but it did not used to be part of the routine. So yeah, keeping the floor clean.
Style. Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
So there is a lovely picture of my mother along with her mother and her father. This is actually a painting that we gave her last year for Christmas because all of her photos burned up in the Paradise Fire along with our stuff. So she's here amongst everything, all the decorations, in the middle of it all, seeing everything going on. So I honestly think that this year I want to do October Owl on the Prowl. And Miss Hedwig here is just going to move all around the house for all of the days of October. And I'll see if the kids can find her. And I think it's going to be fun. yesterday I had this whole setup and had some tea ready and was sharing what tea I was having. I feel like I was making this all a big to-do yesterday and putting so much importance on every little detail, and today I'm just like, let's just share. So a lot has happened since my last life update check-in. Back in February, it was like on Valentine's Day 2021. So it's been more than a year and a half. And a lot has happened. My mom moved in with us because she started having more difficulties living on her own. And she wasn't far. She was up the street. I was always over at her place helping out. But it just became too difficult for her to keep doing things on her own and to be alone all the time. She was a very social person, so her spending all that time alone was just not healthy for her. So she moved in with us last November, and it was perfect timing, really. We had just moved my daughter into the room that was the office / homeroom classroom when we were distance learning. And then my mom had to move in with us, so we moved her back into her brother's room. And so we moved my mother into the room, and we got her a really bomb ass shower chair, like the arms detached so that they move out of the way. There's a little seat belt for like buckling yourself to the chair if you're like having trouble like sitting up and staying in the chair. It swivels all the way around, like both ways, because it's like partially outside the tub, because the whole point was to get her the tools she needed so that she could still be as independent as she wanted to be. So the fact that we got her this really awesome shower chair that she could swivel and like slide into the tub with and still shower, got a new shower head, like the detachable kind, so that it was easy. So we tried to make everything as easy for her to still be as independent as she wanted. And it was good. It helped out. It really did. And she was getting physical therapy and she was improving. She did, however, keep falling. And I know a lot of the medications she was on was making her feel very unbalanced, like not very easy on her feet. So we insisted that she use her walker around just all the time, just as a precaution. And so progressively, as my mother lived with us and discovered that she had a very rare incurable disease, some form of scleroderma, it was affecting her skin, it was affecting her organs. There was many things that she was battling with near the end, and she passed on September 11th this year, just a few days after my birthday. And it was very sad, but she was surrounded by family and she was very loved. She is very loved still. And I'm just so happy that she's not suffering anymore, because honestly, she was in a lot of pain. And it was really hard to watch. I mean, we were giving her everything that we could. Like, her pain was being managed, but even the amount of everything that she was taking, just even with everything that we were doing, it still wasn't enough. She was still in pain. And so, as much as I'm sad to say goodbye to my mother, I'm happy for her that she's free and she's not like stuck in that body that she was suffering in anymore. So, we're doing really good here in the house. The kids were sad. The kids are sad. It comes in waves. We're grieving and we're healing and moving forward. We're cleaning out her room. My sisters have been helping out with going through her things and figuring out what we're going to do with what and where's going to whom. Just all the stuff, working on a celebration of life ceremony. So actually, a lot of the things we've been doing have been very healing through this process. You know, just all the gathering together, all of the support that we've had for each other, within ourselves, within one another, the going through her things, reminiscing, talking about old times, and then just like the contemplation and reflection and like the planning of the service that we want to put on for her. So yeah, it's been kind of rough, but it's been very healing. So I'm sad to say goodbye to my mother, but she's not gone. I feel her, not in the house, but in the music that I hear on the radio. You know, every time one of her songs comes on, because she listened to the same playlist all the freaking time. She listened to the same playlist all the time. So whenever one of her songs comes on the radio, I just start jamming out and having a good time, because she loved music. She was so passionate about music. And that's something that I'm always going to hold on to. So I really feel I'm getting little love messages from my mom through the radio, and it helps me. It helps me get through this. So that's really the big thing that's happened this year, is losing my mom. All right. Well, the goal is to keep up with these monthly life updates. I have gone on a tirade and scheduled out all of the videos that I want to do. I've made all the notes, and honestly, it felt so easy this time. Like the planning came together like that, like plugging everything in, putting everything down. It was just so natural, and it happened so quickly that I was like, yes, yes, yes. Because I want to get back into documenting my journey, and not just for myself. I mean, I've got lots of little videos I take for myself, but documenting for others, for my children, you know, anyone who can get some kind of use out of this. So, yeah, I'm coming back on here nice and strong. Going to be doing this every month, and then hopefully working up to the weekly ideas that I had. Taking it slow, not jumping in full force, both feet headstrong. I mean, we are headstrong, but we're going to take it slow, like all the other habits we've slowly been building this year that have actually picked up steam and become consistent. Lately, I have been really into planning and really into crafting. I made a gorgeous, I'll get some video of the rainbow scarf that I made for myself. And I didn't take any pictures or video of the scarf I made for my sister, and I already gave it to her. But that one was really pretty too. And I'm like busting out the other half of a scarf that I started for my son like 2 years ago, and then stopped just because pandemic and depression, you know, projects disappeared and got put away. So yeah, there's been this great blooming and blossoming of me just wanting to do stuff and just having all these lovely ideas. So we're taking the ideas down, we're moving forward. I'm going to finally start working on that business I've been talking about and dreaming about and writing notes for years. We're doing the thing, we're making the stuff. It's happening. I've also been doing amazing on my yoga journey this year. I started in July and have been going pretty dang strong for the last few months. Understandably, in September, I kind of fell off for the first half of the month because it was my birthday and I lost my mother. I am still going strong though. We are jumping right back onto schedule and continuing. So I'm actually going to wrap this up and get on with my workout, because working out every day is part of my daily healthcare. It makes me feel amazing, and it's something that I realize I actually really need. every single day. Even if it's just little movement and like deep stretching, I need something every day. So let's pull a card. Yesterday, I pulled some cards for me, which was a message for me about balance and alignment from this coming new moon, a new moon in Libra, through this next month to the next new moon, which is going to be in Scorpio. And we'll pull more cards next month. But I have decided that today I'm actually going to pull a card message for the collective, anyone who needs to hear a message. I have already shuffled the cards. I'm a weird card shuffler. It takes me time and I like count and do all these weird things. So I've already shuffled the cards. And here is your message. Fearless expression. Number 55. And then something that I see other people do that I really, really like, but I only feel in tuned to do it with certain decks. This is definitely one of them. Grabbing the bottom. So, the sacred flow of yes. Number 30. Number 55, fearless expression. Self-confidence, knowing your heart song and singing it clearly, accepting your value, self-worth, speaking and channeling effortlessly, finding your courage and the fearless expansion of your joy. How could you become even more authentic in your expression? Number 30, the sacred flow of yes. Movement, ease, things falling into place effortlessly, positive validation and support. The universe is looking after you. The universe has a big sacred flow of yes for you. If you could let go of one thing that would make life easier, what would it be? I keep on forgetting to say goodbye for some reason. It's kind of rude. It always bugs me when people hang up the phone and they don't say goodbye. So, until next time, hopefully more and more often as time goes on, but until next month for my next life update check-in. So remember to love yourself and care for yourself every day, even if it's in a very small way. A little adds up to a lot. And you're worth it. Are you not? Bye. Love you.